What is up, my special bean brothers and sisters? We are back at it again with another My Hero Figure Academia figure review. This time we're going to be reviewing Hawks. It's going to be Endeavor's like right-hand man, I would say, in maybe season 4. But let's just get him out of the box and see what we got inside.
One's a company, two's a crowd, three's a party coming, move around like fresh when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down, enjoy the ride.
Okay guys, here we got my boy Hawks out of the box and onto the rotating stand. My dude is looking fresh to death. If anything, my dude has a little bit more style than any of the My Hero Academia characters do. I just love the flavor of his pants, the way how the colors just look on the fur, and as well as his glasses. Just like they have this yellow tint to them, it looks really good. Now I only made it up to like season 4 of My Hero Academia. I don't really know what's really going on. I mean, I've seen pieces like here and there off of Instagram and Facebook, and little scenes that shows Deku and everybody else like using their new quirks, not new quirks, but kind of using their experience to be able to push their quirks even further. But back to this guy, he just looks dope. I loved him in the anime, as well as when I was reading the manga like alongside with the anime. He looks dope. There's a lot of things to talk about with him, only because just like Endeavor, he comes with a good amount of accessories and a lot of hands. He does have a lot of hand parts. One thing I kind of do want to say about his faceplates is that I wish we kind of got a little bit more, but we'll get into that once we get into the accessory part of the video. But just aesthetic wise, he just looks really good. The brown is, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but on camera he does have a little bit different brown from the top and bottom. I don't know if it's just my figure, but I do notice that the brown is kind of not consistent with the top part versus his bottom part. I don't know if it's just my figure, like I said. And his headphones look nice. That's really cool. His hair sculpt is really good. No real shading on this guy whatsoever. I wanted to have this guy posed before I put the wings on, so as to get you know, like a better effect for when I put him on. But yeah, this is how he just looks with everything off of him. As you can see, you have the peg holes in the back where you can plug in the wings, and we're about to do that right now. All right, and this is my boy with the wings on him. As you can see, just like with any other figure, you kind of have to prop him a little bit forward before, you know, the weight of the wings start kind of like pulling him back. Even though the wings are very light, I do want to say that they are very fragile as well. So do be careful when you are posing this, and they're a little bit sharp at the point. So if you are going to pose them, just kind of be mindful of that when you're doing that. But yeah, the wings are very articulated. Actually, let's get into the articulation part of the video. So I'm going to show you right now his wings. Let's see, get this out of the way. Just trying to set them up really nice. Okay, so the wings are articulated at the base as well as the arch and underneath here. So when you're posing this guy, you can move the wings like in and out however you want to. As you can see, you can move them out like that, and you can move them in for however close you want. So if you want to kind of get him, you know, having the wing kind of like cover him up just a little bit, there you go, you got that. And as well as like, let's see, picking it up as well, see, He picks it up that much. Look, easy. Too easy for him. And then this part right here in the back is like a floating piece, but this part is mainly used so that way it can kind of close the gap for when he's doing like flight poses. So yeah, it's articulated right here and as well as right here. So that all looks nice. You do the same thing on the other side, no problem. And they hold up really, really good. They hold up really well. As you can see, you can have them kind of flared up. Just however you want them to. My boy's got it. This is too easy for him. So that's it right there. Put them just a little bit back. Let me see. There we go. I would say there's a learning curve on this, but not really. Just once you kind of know what you're doing, then you can get them in these nice dynamic poses. My boy is looking nice and fresh. Come on, quit playing with him. He's got it all. So, okay. Moving on to the articulation. My boy can look about up this much. He can look up pretty good, but when it comes to looking down, he really can't. I mean, he can, but you're going to kind of be hindered by the coat that he has in the back. And speaking of the coat, it kind of moves with him, as you can see right there. But once you get those side to sides, it's kind of difficult. You have to kind of like mess with it because it will hinder him. But he does it just well. He's not going to get like any crazy like looking off to the side like expressions. But yeah, that's him right there. Let me see. Okay. So moving on down to the shoulder. So he has these shoulder pads, which I'm not really like too crazy about. So you can't really lift his shoulder up because of the pads. Now, could you take those pads off and have like the joint kind of exposed? Yeah, and then he'll have more like better range in motion. But I don't want to do that with this figure. But as far as like him going to the back and him kind of like doing this motion while he's flying, he's got it. The dude has like a nice range of motion. And then let's see, bends at the elbow. Yes, we have those. Not 90 degrees, but he gets there. Almost 90 degrees. And as well as let's see, he does have a bicep swivel in here. You just kind of have to play with it and find it. And then as well as the wrist articulation right here, and up and down. Nothing too crazy for my boy Hawks. He's just flying around. He's not really, you know, trying to catch him on the ground. And then he has these the top part abdomen and the bottom part waist articulation. Now this is where my boy is really going to shine, because as you can see, I'm using the top part of the abdomen. So I'm using the top part of the abdomen to get as much range in motion as I can. And look, already my dude is looking down. He's looking down pretty good. And he's like, man, where are the pennies at? Because I need them. And then watch when I use the bottom part of this articulation. Look, see? My boy can even look more down. So you can get him in some nice flight poses. Really, really nice. Put him back. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is that, let me see if I can put this up. One thing I do want to mention is his coat. So his coat is actually articulated as well. Let me see. Put that like that. Get that out of the way. So on the back piece of his coat, it's hooked up to the base right here. So you're able to move it out and in as you please. And you're thinking like, man, why do we even need that articulation? Well, I'm about to show you. So when you lift it up, it kind of flares out. So if he's like coming down, it makes it look like it's flared out, as if the wind was underneath, not his wings, but his jacket. So that's kind of nice that they included that. Just pop them back down. So that's really nice. Let me see. His pouches right here don't really move independently. Oh yeah, they do. So his pouches move independently right here, just like we get with amazing Yamaguchi other figures. So when it comes to his legs right here, he's able to lift his leg up that much, which is really good. He does have a cut at the thigh, so you can use that to however range of motion you want to. Right here in the bottom, lift that up, and then bends at the knee. Kind of careful, because I see a lot of people snap their own knee when posing these figures, so just be careful. And if it is a little stiff, just use some hot water, guys. I mean, there's nothing to it. No shame in the game. Just use some hot water. We got to protect these figures. These figures cost a lot, so why not? I call them like small investments, because you're mainly going to have them for as long as you want them to. So if you want them to last long, just use some hot water or a hair dryer, whatever you got. So then right here at the bottom, let me see. He has some, this piece is floating on his boot right here. So that piece floats, and then so when it comes to the accessories, we're going to start with the headpieces, because that's what I love to start with. So the first headpiece that we're going to get is this one right here. If you can focus, there you go. We got this nice headpiece right here. Let's see. With him just kind of like looking stern and just straightforward, you do get different eyepieces as well. Let's showcase that right now. Come on. So these are the different eyepieces that come with it. And then you get a little can of coffee right there. So that's really cool. But these are the different eyes that come with him. So he comes with a lot. So we have that, as well as this kind of like looking happy face right here. And like I said, you can change the eyes on these face plates. So that's that right there. Let's see. Some of the other headgear that he has is his glasses. Oops. Yeah, so he has his glasses right here, which is really, really nice. Nice translucent tint, yellow tint. And then he has a headpiece for when, like, I don't know if you can kind of see it right now. Right now he just has only the goggles, no. Right now he only has the headphones with no goggles. And this piece is with his headphones and goggles right here. So that's nice. Moving on down to the hand pieces. So the hand pieces, he has a pair of just kind of like open palm, or open, like kind of closed palm hands right here with the thumb sticking out. You get a pair of, let's see, thumbs up hands right here. So that looks nice. You get a pair of like pointing hands, or like loser hands. You just lost. You get a pair of like almost open grab hands right here. You get a pair of, let's see, like almost kind of closed fisted hands, but they're used to hold the weapons, as you can see right there. And you get only one hand to hold like his drink, and then you get another hand to hold the let's see, yeah, to hold his goggles. So this hand is for holding his goggles, and then you get two pairs of these like replacement parts. Now these are going to be used for when he sticks them in his pockets, as you've seen. So that looks really nice. That's it for the hands. Let's move on to his wings. So if anybody's hungry right now, we got some chicken wings up. These are his chicken wings that he uses for when he has exhausted all his feathers. So you're just gonna depeg the parts in the back, and then you'll just stick these on for when he's exhausted all his feathers. I'll never really use these. I mean, it's cool for when he used it in the scene. It shows that he doesn't have any more feathers on him, so that's really cool. Next, he has a pair of feather swords, some dual feather swords, all one color, all plastic. You might want to be careful with these because they're kind of flimsy, so just be careful. It's like a thin plastic that they're made out of, so just kind of be careful with that. Next, we have a pair of these like kind of like effect pieces right here that peg on to the back of his wing, so for when he's shooting out the feathers, I guess this is the one that you'll use. And they just peg in the back, and they use this kind of peg right there, so that's nice. You get this dude comes with a lot. You get these nice panels right here that are translucent, and you can use these for when, let's see, he's doing the whole, I guess, like a feather deal, when he just has the feathers kind of flaring out. So you get a pair of these two. It's really nice. So that's that. And you get the stands to hold up the feathers, 2 each for the 2 panels. Then you get a stand to hold him up, as well as replacement parts. So, and more replacement parts. So yeah, Hawks comes with a lot. He's nothing short of accessories. Like when it comes to Hawks and All Might, I don't understand why All Might kind of cost a little bit, not more, but he's on par with these guys when All Might doesn't really come with anything. Todoroki comes with a lot. Deku comes with a good amount. I'm not going to say a lot. I don't really like to count all those effect pieces as a lot. Bakugo, he comes with a lot. Okay guys, here is my boy Hawks with as many accessories as I can put on him. I just wanted to put him in a post so that way when I'm done with him with this video, I can just put him on my shelf. And this was one of the poses that I just wanted him to be in. My dude has the hand in his pocket. I swapped out the optional part for that, as well as the effect parts on his wing. Now, when you do put these effect parts, they actually extend farther than the wing. Let me see if I can kind of like get that for you. So yeah, they kind of extend farther than the wing, and right there on his hand in his pocket, it just looks really good. Yeah, I try to put as much things as I could on him. I could have put, I guess, the glasses on him, as you can see, like maybe this, but no, I just kind of wanted a more authentic Hawks, just kind of him looking off to the side, as well as him just kind of, you know, being in a nice, normal, relaxed pose, but still it's like, hey, I'm here to kind of give you the business. So yeah, that is him right there. My dude looks nice, and the wings are stiff, and then they can hold. And I put the base stand right there in the back of his jacket. Everything about this figure, like, he can hold everything. He can hold just about whatever you put towards him. I didn't really care for, let's see, I didn't really care for these effects right here. Didn't really care for them. I mean, if you want to use them, then cool, that's fine. But yeah, I didn't really care for them. My final thoughts on this dude is that he is a definite cop. If you guys don't already have him, I suggest you go out and get him, so that way you can go ahead and complete the My Hero Academia line from Amazing Yamaguchi. This dude does a lot of the right things. Like I said, there was no really QC issues with mine. The only thing that I could really say was that and I'm still seeing it now, I don't know if it's still picking up on camera, is that the browns do not match with the top. His khaki pants doesn't match with the olive green, the dark olive green color from his jacket. I don't know, it's just me. There's a lot of browns going on, from his hair to his jacket to his actual pants. So with that being said, all the colors look good. This figure for me is a definite cop. If you guys don't already have them, I suggest you go out and get them. Stop playing with it and get it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Let me know in the comment section below if this guy is going to be a pass or grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting the channel since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.